cold winter's evening in November, I'm off to pick up a very warm appliance, a tumble dryer. Now you might be thinking something, have you already got a dryer? Let's have a little look. That's what I currently have. Capel. Amazing dryer, very vintage looking, but there's one problem about it. It's vented. So whilst it could be used out in the summer outside, or if we had a place to install it, fine. Unfortunately here it can't be used in this room because that is what it puts around your room. All over here and all the condensation in the room. It's bad for your health. That's why I coughed a few times. I've got dust allergies. It does warm the room up, but it needs to be a condenser. However, trying to find a condenser that's cheap, well, this one is, it's got a viewing window to it, so that's another problem. Not many condenser dryers do have that. A lot of them have just got blank square doors because the filters in there, or the condensers. Some of them I think have had the condenser there or so, I don't know. And also they're very expensive, especially now this time of the year. People want to hang on to it, but I found one. It needs a new capacitor, but I might have that already here. Now I know what people are going to say. Oh, you shouldn't be going for one of these. Guys, you have to remember something. It's temporary. It's not part of the collection. This is never going to be part of the collection. This was going to be sold when I move anyway. So is this. But it's a Hoover AquaVision with the condenser in the door. But at the end of the day, because of me being so specific about what I want, it's got to be cheap, profitable, got to be nearby. It can't be too big because it can't get up the stairs and take up room in here. And it has to have a see-through door to it. It's also got a reverse. I'm leaving myself no room for any sort of option. So I had to take what I can. It's not designed to be something I like. Because when I move, I'm not even going to have a condenser dryer. Because the only two dryers I will have are what are going to match the Hotpoint and the Hoover A3060. And that's the 9320A Reverse Pneumatic Dryer Plus and the D6042 Dryer Deluxe. And that's if I can have them paired with the machine. There might not even be room for that. I might be relying on washer dryers. So this has been great, but it has to be sold on because it's... Oh yeah, by the way, it's not practical. It's hazardous to health here. There's times when my windows were completely steamed up here. It's not good. So, yeah. It's been a fantastic dryer. This is also a sensor dryer, what I'm getting, but this has been great. But it has to go, unfortunately. It doesn't actually have a lid. That is the lid off the Creda washer dryer that I had to scrap. But it's a semi-integrated model. The only thing I've got to do is maybe take the legs off it or tell the buyers they can use that or take it off, because as you see, it makes the machine very rocky, as you saw in that last video. So we're going to drive. It's now I think it's 1846 right now. I'm going to drive down the, I think we're on the A40 we're going down. It's in Ruislip, which is sort of northwest London. So for once I'm going up that way. This is where I used to do loads of my driving lessons around this, so it'd be nice little cruise on the dual carriageway. I haven't yet sorted out dash cam, so we'll just be using the same method with the tripod. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Hopefully there's not much traffic. Let's go.
The red car and the blue car had a race. All Red wants to do is stuff his face. He eats everything he sees, from trucks to prickly trees. But smart old Blue, he took the Milky Way. He's looking for a chocolate treat, fluffy and light, 'cause he knows it won't spoil his appetite.
Oh no, the bridge has gone. Old Red can't carry on.
But smart old Blue, he took the Milky Way.
We're here, you probably can't see anything though, but you can probably hear some fireworks. Always forget that. It doesn't happen, it doesn't release it unless you... Oh, I can feel water leaking out. Oh, there we go. Oh. Might be, it's probably from the door. Oh, like the condenser, is it, yeah? Yeah. Oh, is that pouring the... Oh, right. I'll tell you what, it's light enough, I'll be able to put it in. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine enough. Yeah, that's that 20 that you wanted for that?
Yeah.
There you go, mate.
Cheers, mate.
Have a good one, thank you. There she is. Nice guy. He's amazed to hear that he was amazed to hear that I work on these as a hobby. It's a capacitor problem it's got, but I may have a spare one. Right, let's set off, go home. I'm gonna stop off at Sainsbury's and get myself a phone holder because my one bloody broke. See you there. Okay. It's a bit more bulky than I thought, but there she is. There she is. We've got the next 8 kilogram sensor condenser. AquaVision with the clean. Yeah. He didn't empty the spark. Okay, I don't know whether that's the heat in my car. It literally feels like it's just coming from. There is nothing in that. It's literally just let's get rid of some of the fluff out here. See, not really much cleaning to be done though, unless he hasn't checked the filter. From what we know, it's a capacitor fault on it because it doesn't turn properly. I'll plug it in and see what happens. Oh, nice though. Oh my god, yeah. Oh, hang on, no, hang on. Fair play. It's done a decent job. I'll wash my hands off this. Loads of people lighting fireworks tonight, and I don't know why. That's what we don't want. How bad is it down there? Ow, hold my head on it. It doesn't really need a vacuum there, but I will be able to get some stuff out. It just needs a wipe around this seal, as you see. I never like having to touch lint from other people, but I mean, fair play. He's done an alright job trying to clean it. It's not the best. It's got to go straight upstairs to my room. Also, you're probably just getting my messy hair and fucking. But then the cable's going to have to be brought downstairs. But the Hoover 6 is here. I have to stack it on top of the Hoover 6. No, that looks stupid there. That'd be really messy if I do that. Yeah, some of them come without that. It's got a nice chrome door with a logo. At the end of the day, model is. Oh, I know the model somewhere here. It is DNC D813BC-80. It's got your condenser. Oh yeah, you got your heat exchanger down there as well. It probably won't get a vacuum today. It's a bit late, but I'll make that thing tomorrow. That goes in there. It hooks on like that, and then now there's blood. Generations apart, but let's see them together. That's strange. If it was a Hoover 6 with a chrome door, it would be. But yeah. Alright, let's get the dryer upstairs. Okay. Right. The wash replacing is that. But it's going over there instead of where the spin dryers are. So let's get it into the room first and then we'll just do whatever. It's gonna be a giant heater in this room, it is, but it'll do well. I can see some of that out there. Oh, it's in my room, got the dryer here. I've got Basil there to vacuum the insides. And what's the first thing we know about what Candy do? They use these annoying bolts here, or bolt-headed screws. Oh, I forgot it's got this, isn't it? Got this where the lid is supposed to slide out the side. The whole thing comes off anyway. Oh, there's a blanket off. What? Oh my goodness me. There's that. And then there's all that. Oh my goodness me, that is a fire hazard waiting to happen. What of the electronics? Right, I need to get a mask on. That's it. Oh. So dangerous, guys. Wow. So, looking through the vent here, there is a huge amount of dust in there. This is all wet, and that's the heater. So in other words, I've pretty much got no way of getting into the bottom of this. Wet. I might just peel it all out from under here, and then maybe get a hairdryer and dry the seal with it. I don't really want that ending up in the vacuum cleaner at the moment. It's not designed for wet pickup. It's only a little bit anyway, so don't damage that seal. It actually looks like he just used it before it came. It's like detergent and everything, that is. I might scratch the metal work, but we might have found a way we could get into the front, because we've got to really try and get all the stuff out. My contraption for unscrewing it is putting one of these 9/32 mil bolt attachments and on top of a flat bladed screwdriver, and then that acts like a. So you get around one of those, and then it just unscrews. One thing they recommend you do with these condenser or heat exchanger units is run them through the shower. I've also got a bit of the bottom panel that has some stubborn lint on it. Rather than change it to blast it through like that. A little bit of lint coming up. This is just a piece of plastic on the bottom, but it connects to where the condenser is, so you just get out what you can. Everything dry. That's a bit more. Show you what I mean, and then just get down the sides like this. That's the memo cycle. Let's just do a time dry then. So let's see what happens. 1 hour. Yeah. Sounds a bit... Oh, well, it's definitely getting hot. Sounds very loud. We got the front panel off and look at the state of that. As well. Blankets of it. Oh, so satisfying that is. All what my vacuum couldn't reach in the top. Oh, goodness. Can we remove that as well? I think we need to. It's time to change the capacitor, but before we do that, I'm just going to get a little bit of a wet cloth and go all over the inside of the cabinet. Because we vacuumed out about a very large majority of all the dust, but there's still bits that just sit on the cabinet. Make sure it's as clean as possible, especially down here. We've left it for 24 hours for the capacitor to discharge, but I'm still going to do the standard. Look at that, see, plenty more comes off. I'm going to do the standard procedure. Now, as any appliance engineer will know, always be careful about the capacitors. They do hold charge. What they say to do here is just tap it against the drum or back of the machine for disconnecting. What you can do as well is use a screwdriver to short it out across the terminals.
See, just cross like that, but
it's cross polarity with a capacitor. This is a 7 microfarad one. So, as going by what Service Slimline says, you can go up in the rating. So this is an 8 microfarad. This is from the Umenia that I couldn't save. It's a brand new one actually that I got. But you can go down. You can go up in the rating. So what we'll do is you've got to connect it cross polarity, one here and one there. If you do it on the same, it won't work.
it's main suppressors that you have to wire up correctly as well. So just like that. Pop that back in onto the motor, and then so these ones, normally on a dryer the capacitor is like located somewhere in the cabinet. On these it's located directly onto the motor. See there?
Feel that way.
Right, now I'm going to tighten it. I'm just going to hold that. As tight as it can go.
One new capacitor fitted. Now I've just got to reassemble the machine. This of course uses the jockey wheel pulley system. Got to make sure that's over the motor.
And then we're ready to get fitting the drum back.
The drum is back in. Now I've just got to put the screws on at the back, which hold the bearing frame in place, along with the heating elements where the heater goes here. So my room hasn't got the best of lighting. All I'm going to do is line up that bottom one first. I'll get one of the other ones in. I'll get that one first, I think. Here we are. So one's held in, and then we go that way. I need to charge my phone, no, not the camera. God, when you're working in such a small space like this, it's hard to keep track of where all like your bloody tools are and everything. Right. Crosshead. Hold the drum while we do this as well, just so it helps it go in. Sweaty. My room, as I say, is not cut out to be a workshop. Right, the drum's now sat on its rear bearing. It's not going to roll smoothly yet because it hasn't hooked up to the front, and the belt needs to be pushed all the way forward. I need the heating elements. 2 tabs here hook on over this lip. It can often be quite hard to get that on there. There's 2 more there. Check all the wires are on. so no, that won't come off. Yep, that's on. Right, so here's the drum front support. You'll notice though, it doesn't have a bearing seal on there. Either it's come off or maybe it was never given one. But that's why the drum has been rubbing the front and why it sounded so rough. Because that's quite a sharp, this bit here is quite a rough lip. So rather than all in one, I'll use some of this draft excluder seal that I've got. This is what I attempted to use on the Zanussi top loader. This stuff can be applied like that. I've cleaned it up and everything. I'll just run it around there. Might have to do 2 layers, like 1 and then 2. But it will make this a bit smoother. So I'm going to do is measure that from there. Learning this from Mr. Bodger, aka Service Slimline. Probably going to get slapped for saying that, but you know. There we go. It might overlap slightly, but I think you just rip this, you can actually. Yep. See how that goes. So, got to get it around this wiring loom, because that's what went on the front, and we've got to locate the lugs up on it into the recesses on the front. So it's got to be fitted so those lugs go in first. It's going to be a bit more difficult than I thought. That's because that's going to come out that way, isn't it? That's also got to hook over the front onto the drum, but the other bits have got a dryer. That's so hard. Now just to connect the wires up. I'm going to go in like that. And the Torx bolts that will go on the oh, this one's easy to work out what goes where. Still a little bit more cleaning to do at the front. It's now just scraping out little bits. It was nice though to have gone over this with the vacuum. So I just put it all on the floor because I'll vacuum up anyway after. Let's get one of the Dysons out with the rotating brush. Right, that's that. And just tuck the wires in all these little recesses. And these as well in that. Keeps them out of the way, and that's for the door interlock there. Right, that's a semi-reasonable job. Front panel's going back on. Door interlock is wired up. Guys, if there's things that I don't film, the reason is because I need to focus on it. If it's especially something like the first time I'm doing something, because if I make a mistake, you know, because I'm thinking, oh, I need to be doing this professionally or whatnot for the camera, then the repair ain't going to go smoothly. Right. Plus as well, makes it a bit more interesting for you guys because you're not having to sit and watch the whole process. The drum is a little bit noisier in this one. I have though, of course, made, and we've got to fit the seal on as well. Nope. Right, let's get on the floor and get the bottom ones. Hooks in there. Something fell. Bottom ones are annoying to do. No. Doodle-doo. Right, front panel is on. Put the fascia on, which has got some tabs it slots into. A lot of clickety clack and banging here as this goes on. Is that in there? That's fine, just this one here, isn't it? That's good. So the method is the little fold. Crease there, left hand side. Way. Surely it sits in a different manner. Ah. Got it. It pushes in to that. Wow, if only washing machine door seals were that easy to put on. Wow, goodness me. Yeah, I just want to hear that little pop sound to notify that it's in. Right, now we've got to get putting the door on with the 4 Torx. Ready? On time dry. Way. Runs nicely. Does? Oh, the drum shakes a bit. That's why. Does the drum look a weird shape? That runs very loud. There you are. She works. Right, let's get the lid on and arrange a place for her to sit in. Now just to slot this awkward lid into place. I hate these lids with a passion. The Hoover 6 has got one similar. That's on. Now, just to replace, also I'm using 2 screws, so I did take that out rather than use the bolts that came with it because they were awkward to do. There we are. Getting this dry, it does run a little noisy, it's the only thing. The drum's a bit of a strange shape. That's that. Right, it's all together. Some plugger. There you go. That's one Hoover Dynamic Sensor Condenser Dryer fixed, ready for service. Now to clean the room up and put her in a new place. Right, quick update, we're all installed in her new place. That's the cable here, going to have to take some photos of that and get it sold. And the spin dryers are now over there with everything on top. It looks a bit more neater there actually. That's the ACC motor out of the Indesit IWC6125. Now, unfortunately these dryers run very loud. So it's quite good. It's quietened down slightly, watch. So just on time dry, listen. So I'm not sure how loud that is downstairs. I may have to raise this up on like a plinth or something just to kind of quieten that down, because it's quite a loud dryer. But I might see what we can do about this getting steamed up for videos. I may have to put something on there. It gets hot very quick. It's got a 2300 watt heater. Oh, that's already getting warm in there now. Okay, so yeah, that's it. Anyone can date code that maybe. What's that, 311? Is that like 2013 or something? I don't know, I don't know how old this is. But yeah, 2300 watt. I like how it's got the RPM, it's 52 RPM. But I'm going to keep it like that. It's nice though, you've got Hoover and Hoover there. Although this is candy. But yeah, that's that done, guys. I'm going to wrap that up. Hope you enjoyed that. Little bit of an adventure. At least now it's nice to have a condenser dryer. Not to worry about the vent hose and that. The state of that cupboard was atrocious with all the dust everywhere. Even got, what's his name? North, I think his name is. Beanie Boo. Got another one there. And there's another one I had somewhere else. I can't remember where she's gone. Oh yeah, I've just reminded myself I had three somewhere. I don't know where the other one's gone. Oh, that's weird. Anyway, yeah, glad you enjoyed that. And doing plenty of cycles. I mean, look at all the stuff we've got. Store dry, hang dry, iron dry, wool. What's that? Relax 12 minutes, I like that. You've got memo functions and you've got all that. So plenty of stuff from 8 kilo. I mean, that drum is more like a 10 kilo. Because obviously they have to be bigger. So like this was an 8 kilo, but it's actually 6 kilo rated. But yeah, so the shock absorbers hopefully arrive tomorrow for the Bosch, or maybe today. And yeah, that'll be all done then. Thank you very much for watching, and don't forget to keep it supreme and go with the flow.